For my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show.
I am Notme. I am art. And I am welcoming you to the Most Week Show. It is currently 12:08 where I am in the world on the 21st of March 2021. You are here with me right now, and I thank you for that. If we were allowed to be together physically, I would show my appreciation physically with a hug, with a kiss, or with the placing of a cape onto your shoulders as you kneel, like I am one of your entourage, and you're the soul brother number one, Mr. Please, 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 the minister of the new super heavy funk, James Brown. As 'tis, the best I can do is raise a glass to you. It's all we're limited to at this point. And you can raise a glass to me as well, if you like. We like to start the show with a toast round these here parts, because it brings everybody together as one before the show begins proper. So here goes. Are you ready for it? Here goes. Here goes. To birthday boy Matthew Broderick. You're a celebrated actor, star of The Producers, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Inspector Gadget. But your greatest achievement, of course, is surely being married to Sarah Jessica Parker for over 20 years. I mean, that's... Not everyone could do that. Cheers. Oh, my lady. I'm gonna go triples. I'm gonna go triples for this one, guys, and I'm not asking for permission. Oh, hello, weaklings. Hello, weaklings. How are we doing, my lord? How are we doing, my lord? Me? I'm incredible. I'm incredible. Last week was the first episode of a brand new series, guys. Oh gosh, look at... Who's here? Who's here? Juice Dota, hello. Sosaflow, bring in the emotes. Bring in the emotes in a most palpable and beautiful way. TB Douglas, hello to you. Good morning to all of the weaklings. War Games is a classic, Juice Dota. Absolutely, War Games is a classic. I'd agree with that. Zaddy Shortlegs 96, cheers to you. Nana Hobbob, loving all of that. Definitely not Duda, cheers. The Roblets, afternoon, weaklings. It is the afternoon for me. It is the afternoon indeed. It used to be the morning, and now it's the afternoon, both in a kind of temporal way. Today, it used to be the morning, and now it's the afternoon. And also, when I lived in Seattle, this time right now was the morning. Isn't the world just a freaky place? Freaky deaky place. Oh, wow. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling psyched. I'm feeling excited. The bit rate's still going up and down, which is really annoying, because I did do some work in the week to try and address that, but that doesn't seem to have had 100% the effect that I was hoping for, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. We'll push on. We'll push on. Last week was great. It was a great episode. Of course it was a great episode. But I feel like, if you'll go with me on this particular analogy, I feel like it was kind of like the first sip of orange juice after you've brushed your teeth. Yeah, it's great. Of course it's great. It's friggin' orange juice, for God's sake. It's probably like 16% of your daily requirement of Vit C just in that one sip. But still, you've got that little tang of toothpaste in there, haven't you? You've got that little tang of toothpaste. It's not enough to spoil the sip. Surely not. But it's enough to let you know it's there. But then the second sip takes it, and that's where you and the glass of orange juice start to merge. Your spirits entwining as one, until there's nothing in the world, guys, but you and that orange juice just dancing, rotating, the juice swimming around you, like a silk kimono, just rotating on the same axis. Juice. You. Juice. You. And each sip brings you closer to that orange ecstasy. That's the goal. That's what you want. But you're never going to get there without that first sip that says farewell to the toothpaste and hello, baby, to the orange juice. Yeah? But then sip 2, the dance has begun. And that's basically what I think today's episode is going to be. That second post-brush sip of orange juice. I really should have got orange juice this morning instead of the traditional apple. That is a missed opportunity. Anyway, point is, I'm feeling like I'm back in 5th gear. Back in 5th gear, or 6th gear, if you're in a particularly fancy car. So you guys just need to strap yourselves in for a wonderful ride. Nanohobbob looks better so far, I think. That's what I was going for. That's great feedback, Nanohobbob. Please keep it coming every 5 minutes. Juiced to heavy pulp, baby. I mean, we've all got our own preferences, haven't we? We've all got our own preferences. Heavy pulp for me is like... It's like when people say that, you know, when you eat meat, you're too far removed from the process of like, this was an animal, this is a living thing, and we need to be more in touch with the fact that this was an animal and the fact that this animal's given its life so that we can have a delicious hamburger. But heavy pulp is really like reminding you, yeah, this was an orange, man. This wasn't born juice. This was an orange, man, that's given its life so you can have this delicious second sip. Something to think about today, guys. Something to think about. I will warn you guys, if you're someone who has a general disliking of the city of New York, you might find that this episode is going to bring you back around because it's going to be very New York focused for show. Yeah? Got a few different New York elements. Not so much as to make it a proper special, but it's going to be pretty New Yorky. Hi, Uncle Town. How you doing, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? It's going to be pretty New Yorky, guys. Sorry, how New Yorky? Will it be? How New Yorky? Will it be? Gosh, great question. I'd say as New Yorky as New Yorky as. When did I change this over? Yes, I did. I've done the work already. Family simile. Family simile. What will the answer be? As New Yorky as what? That's right. It's family simile, guys. You've got to use your imaginospheres to think of something creative to finish off this simile. As New Yorky as. This segment's about pushing forward the boundaries of language, guys. To really engage your imaginospheres to think of something in New York. Is it as New Yorky as a rat dragging a slice of pizza home? Is it as New Yorky as Lucy, Grace, and Jake DeVito, children of Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman? Like two very New Yorky, and then their progeny is just like squared, New York squared. Or is it as New Yorky as two people getting into an argument about whether they were arguing? And also one of them's Irish and the other one's Jewish. I don't want to do your work for you guys, but really get creative with this one. And then at the end of the show, I'm going to pick a winner. And if that's you, your name is going to go on the ticker below for the next episode. We timed that very badly. Timed it very badly. It was definitely not Duda last episode with as relieved as an unprepared student when a fire drill happens right before they're supposed to do a presentation. That's a great simile, guys. That's a great simile. You can't argue with that simile, guys. It's a very relatable simile as well. We've all been in those situations. And you think, gosh, this is going to go terribly. There's no way out of this. And then God smiles down and says, don't worry, not me. I've got you. And sorts something out in a very brilliant way. Yeah? Obviously, he says not me to me because he knows my name. And also that I prefer to go by not me. But he'd say other things to you because he knows your name as well. And to think some people don't even believe he exists. Some people don't even believe he exists. Rude. Anyway, get those similes in the chat and it could be you on the ticker for next show. Let's get back to main. And let's update that ticker, shall we? Because I want to be good at that. I haven't been good at that in the past, but I want to be good at that. As New Yorky as. There we go. As New Yorky as. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. There's my mouse. Killer Kilch, hello to you. Pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. SJ Beck72, hi weaklings, a bit late, but here at last. You're only 15 minutes in. You're only 15 minutes in, and we have got a whole heck of a lot. A whole heck of a lot of stuff to be... what are you bumping for? Alexa, silly sausage. Should we get on with the first segment? Yeah, let's get on with the first segment. Let's just do it.
When and what and who and why? Is she for real? Am I going to die? Whose genes are these? How big is a crow? If you ask not me, then you'll know.
That's right. Ask Not Me, baby. It's part of the show where people ask Not Me a question. I received a wonderful question via my Instagram DMs at I am not me, I am art, if you're not already following what the heck have you been doing with your life, from Steve, 3 E's, and that's Steve 58008, who simply asked, what did he simply ask? Where you at? Where you at? Asks Steve. Now, as is often the case when dealing with life on the internet, one must interpret just what the heck people are saying from the limited written offerings that they provide. There is an element of inference. It's a game of sorts, and that makes it art. Yeah? Where you at could be, where are you in your life? Could be, where do you stand on certain hot button topics? Is this song Jennifer Hudson at her very, very best? You know? There's lots of different options. But I have chosen to interpret the question most fully as, where in New York do you live? Now, at the moment, obviously, I'm living in my flat. But at the time Steve sent the question, I was not living in my flat. I was back in the Airbnb property I rented whilst I was finding this place. Yeah? And that was pretty special. Let's find out just how special right now. Guys, this is a world premiere. So far in New York, I've been staying in this apartment building, in a pretty swanky apartment, up on the 7th floor. Don't worry about it. Don't make a big deal of it. It's very nice inside. Very fancy. But it is quite familiar to me. It reminds me very much of the kind of places I would stay on holiday when I'd still holiday with my parents. You know, they'd rent out some kind of travel apartment or a suite in a hotel. But it's not exactly the same. There is one major difference, and that difference is that this time, I am allowed in every single room. 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 Bathroom, bedroom, kitchen when I am a glutton. Other bedroom, lounge, and in the lift I press the buttons. Every room, I'm allowed in every room. Every room, I'm allowed in every room. Every room, yes, I'm allowed in every room. Every room, I am allowed in every room. So just a little piece of art that I shot there, and I think it answers the question pretty admirably. That is not the only art that you will see that I shot there. There is another video coming up, not this episode, but sometime in the future. So keep your eyes peeled and your expectations sky high. Thanks so much for your question, Steve. I hope you feel like I answered it in a very satisfying and full way. If you have a question that you'd like answered in a future episode, email it to me at imnotmeimart@gmail.com or slide into my DMs, which are always open, and I'll get round to it just as soon as I can. Beautiful back to Maine. Beautiful back to Maine. How are we doing? How are you all doing here? How are you all doing? Not me facts. I've done some more not me facts added to the list. Uncool Town. Oh, yeah. Whatever this is, I love it. Kapow fire. Kapow fire. Great. That's nice. That's nice. This song is fire. It is fire. It is fire. I'll agree with you on that one, Uncool Town. And some pretty sick dancing. The choreography took a while, but I think it pays off. I think it pays off. Killer Kilch. Uh-oh. Redeemed a 16-second chill dance party. You want a 16-second chill dance party? You got 1,500 drops of imaginosphere to drop on that? Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to turn on the desktop audio so you can hear the flipping thing. And we're going to do it. And obviously, as we all remember, guys, I'm going to stand up for this one, I think. Obviously, you need to be dancing as well. I won't be able to see you dancing. Nobody else will be able to see you dancing, but you'll know. And if you're not dancing and everyone else is dancing, I think you're going to feel that guilt, guys. I think you're going to feel that guilt. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? So I'm going to be standing up here and I'm going to be doing it, and it's going to be great. I've got to coordinate the music and the lights, but multitasking ain't no big thing. There's 3, let's 2, let's 1, let's go. Oh yeah. Let's get low. Let's get low. Let's get low. Bang. Yeah. Did it. See, standing up is an option. Oh, so I sit back down again. How about those knees, huh? Standing up is an option. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Dinosaurs, hype, cats with sunglasses, smelly cheese, fire with sunglasses. It's all happening. It's all happening here. Outstanding. Yeah, standing up for that was never really an option in Seattle. Didn't have the space. But in my command center here, I've got, 4 feet behind me. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. Wonderful. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Oh, out of breath. Out of breath. A little bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Living for a month in that place, guys, was lovely. It was comfortable. It was decadent. And as I said, it reminded me of who I was when I lived at home with my parents. I'm going to go own up to it, guys. I was a rich boy. Yeah. There. Vulnerability. I was a rich boy. I lived in opulence. And then I moved out because I wanted to experience life on my own, apart from my parents' wealth, okay? Didn't want to be a part of that wealth anymore. So I asked them to pay my rent, and I got a flat on my own. Obviously, I tried to get flatmates, but you all know how difficult it is to find people who you want to live with and who want to live with you. Very tricky. Almost impossible. I probably wouldn't have found them unless I, started paying cameraman George. Hey, Frog. But living away from the opulence only improved my art, guys, and it allowed me to become the man of the people that you know and adore today. So going back to that opulence, going back to that wealth, going back to really plush towels and a doorman and marble underfoot and Egyptian cotton sheets that just felt so good against your skin that you could just happily sleep forever. Going back to all of that was bad. It was bad because you don't get a sense of a place living in an ivory tower above the fray. No, you need to get to the heart and soul of a place to really experience the heart and soul of the place. So I tried to go opposites and find the worst of the worst. I looked at a list of the places in New York and tried to find the old New York. Yeah, the real New York. The 70s New York. The Scorsese New York. Yeah? So I looked at Turtle Bay. No way, baby. Turtles are too nice and benign. We learned that from Finding Nemo. I'm looking more for Rat Bay. Yeah? Or Cockroach Bay. Yeah? Something like that. Soho, Nolita, Tribeca. If you're too posh to actually say the full name of the place where you live, I ain't interested, baby. I ain't interested at all. Oh, the Diamond District. I'm more in the market for the Tin District. Yeah? The Balsa Wood District. The Polystyrene District, yeah? Or whatever they make the top of the little milk bottle from. Unscrew the lid, rip off the top, just throw it away. That's what I'm looking for. Gritty. So you can imagine how thrilled I was when I found the name on the list. Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen. Yeah? The kitchen of hell. The room where people in hell keep their harshest cleaning chemicals. The room in which people in hell would go to if they had a nosebleed and they weren't close to their bathroom. The home of all of the piccalilli in hell. That's the realness I'm looking for. That's where I need to live. Which actually leads me quite nicely onto
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
That's right, baby. No, get off that. Get off that. There we go. I believe Notme has got a wonderful art bet that is along these lines. Yeah? It's along these... art bet, absolutely. So what do you have for us, Notme, you hollandaise sauce of a man? Thanks, Notme.
You're welcome.
Today's art challenge will be undertaken by Notme. Look at it. Look at where I live. It's Hell's Kitchen. The meanest, ugliest, realest neighborhood in all of New York.
It's getting real.
By way of, for instance, across the road, the other night I saw a bewildered man attack that tree with a smaller tree.
It was crazy.
And that's just what I wanted because it's great for my art. But is it all I want for my art? Let's not forget, guys, that when I lived in Seattle, I lived next to the Space Needle. Yeah, right next to the Space Needle. That's the icon of Seattle. As an icon, I am drawn to other icons. So what about the icons of New York? Google Maps tells me that the closest New York icon to where I live is Times Square, home to the largest outdoor televisions I've ever seen, and that wonderful photo where that sailor kisses that young woman. And whilst she's not entirely into it, the war had just ended, and so if she'd said no to him, she'd kind of be saying that she was into Nazis. Really? Nazis? I live in Hell's Kitchen, and its grittiness is great for my art day to day. But say I want to experience the height of iconography for New York. How easy would that be for me to do? Would it be as simple as walking? Would it? That's my art challenge. Your art bet is very simply, how long's it going to take me? Back to you, not me.
Thanks, Notme. Appreciate that, baby. Appreciate that. So basically, I'm going to be walking to Times Square from my apartment, and we're going to see how long it takes. It's that simple. It's that simple. But you can't make a guess yet because you don't know all the information. Okay, so let's have some things to consider. Thing number one, please. Thing number one, please. I shall walk from my front door to the statue of George Cohen. Now, the statue of George Cohen, you've probably seen it in films and TV. In Times Square, there's those big stairs. You can walk upstairs and take pictures of them, and there's always people on the stairs. In front of that, there is a statue of a man called George Cohen. I don't know who he is. I don't need to know. It's not impacting my life. But I have picked that somewhat arbitrarily as the center of Times Square. Okay, so we're going from my front door to the center of Times Square. Okay. Thing number two. I ain't running. I'm going to have a walk, guys. I'm going to have a walk. I'm going to treat this challenge, this art bet, this art challenge in the same way that I treat the rest of my life, in that I will only run when absolutely necessary. Okay, it was quite a nice day when I did this, and I ended up pretty sweaty anyway, so running would have only exacerbated it. Thing number three. Thing number three. Except, of course, if I deem it necessary when crossing the street, but I won't be happy about it. Sometimes you feel like, in order to just make crossing the street, you just need to, can I just? So I'm going to, so I will do that if I need to. Okay? That's when I'm going to run. No other times. Okay?
And we're going to push forward. What are our options? Is it going to take me less than 5 minutes? 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, or 20 minutes plus? I mean, 20 minutes plus, it's quite a long walk. I will say, for those of you thinking, hey, well, it's 11:30 now. We're not going to be, you know, smashing through, or I've shortened it. You know, there are some bits where it will seem that I'm walking pretty quickly indeed. So we're not going to be seeing the whole 20 minutes, if it is 20 minutes, however long it's going to be. Thank you for the frog, Uncle Town. Yeah, so make your guesses, guys. Make your guesses. And if you have any other questions, feel free to throw them at me, and I'll answer them. Yeah. Here we go. Killer Kilcher with a B. Nano Hobbob with a C. Girl Sarah Kilcher with a B. Definitely not Judo with a D. Roblitz goes C. Supernash18. George Michael Cohen was an American entertainer, playwright, composer, lyricist, actor, singer, dancer, and theatrical producer. You're welcome. Thank you, Supernash18. He was an artist. He was an artist, and he's got his own statue. He's got his own statue, so well done, George Michael Cohen. Zaddy Shortlegs 96 going with a C. SJBX72 going with an E. Supernatural going with a B. Nana going with an A. Uncle going with a C. C, D, C, D, B, B, B. Oh, well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody is gonna body like me. How, but I gotta think of high. It's because it's George Michael Cohen. I think that's why that was in my. That was in my mind. Good. Nice. That's a nice spread. That's good. That's what I like to see. That's the real George Michael. I don't think his real last name was Cohen. I think it was something a little bit more Greek than that. But never mind. Good luck to everybody. Thank you very much for making your choices. Notme, what do you got? Let's see.
Okay, good luck to everybody who has made your guesses. I've got my fingers crossed for you. I am Notme. I'm standing in front of my front door. And I'm going to go and feel like I'm in a New York postcard.
New York postcard, baby.
So let's take a stroll.
Feel free to dance to this
It's a
bopper
beautiful
as
summer's
well.
day today. Beautiful summer's day, which makes it just a little bit easier. But of course it does mean you do have to stick to the shade where possible. You don't get this kind of alabaster complexion by flirting with the sun, let me tell you. Somebody playing basketball over there.
Basketball.
Which is very New Yorky. Also, it's not very good, which is very New Yorky. I don't know whether that's true. It's just fun to rib on sports teams sometimes, isn't it?
It's a little bit naughty, but hopefully the people of New York will take it in good spirits.
That's a New York street, right there. Lots of bars on the windows of places. And up there, you know, if that's not a sign of it being gritty and real, I don't know what is. As, you know, zoo animals or people. Is there something there? Probably.
Someone wants to make that art thing, feel free.
Brazilian steakhouse. The grittiest of all of the steakhouses.
Hell's Kitchen's so gritty, man! It's so gritty!
Crossing the street again. Starting to see some big TVs. That's the sign we're getting close. It's Hurley's Irish pub. Hurley's. I believe so called for all of the times people have hurled after drinking there. It's an interesting way of presenting oneself, of marketing. But, you know, it's admirably honest. I'll say that for them. It's admirably honest. Okay, so here we go. Got some big TV screens. Got a lot of people queuing up to get into the Krispy Kreme store, doing their weekly shop. The first big delay I've had in terms of crossing the street, so not sure how that's going to affect things. A lot of honking.
A lot of honking. It's a thing that New York likes.
And there's lots of people gathered around at some kind of protest or something political. And we'll say,
there he is.
That's time. So, congratulations to those of you who guessed correctly. Use this victory as a sign that the upcoming week is going to be yours. No, maybe we'll cross over here. For those of you who guessed incorrectly, don't worry about it. You know, it doesn't really mean a thing. There's someone singing, so I think that's about time for me to stop. We learned that in order to busk in Times Square, you don't need to be able to sing. Art.
There it is. The high standards of singing don't necessarily extend to busking. You know, you can busk whatever you want to do. But well done to all the bees. So we've got the Kilches. Well done to the Kilches. We've got Super Nash 18. Well done. TB Douglas, well done. Gamer Hall. So a few winners. That's good. Spreading it around. That's nice. Well done, guys. Oh, an anguished face there. Anguished. And thank you, Uncle Town, for putting in all the frogs. It's a... Oh, Mr. Edge. Knows good art when they see it. They're now following. Well done you, Mr. Edge. Gosh. Welcome. Let's go back to Maine. Wonderful. Anyone can try and make it on Broadway. That's the thing, Nana. That's the thing. You can try it. You're not necessarily going to succeed, but it's in the trying, guys. It's in the trying. We learned that last week. Didn't we? Or did we not? New follower. Yay. Yeah, I'm with you, Uncle Town. I think it's real fun to get a new follower. Real fun. Where are we going next? Sure, let's do this. Oh, that didn't have the proper thing. No, I mean, we need to do the proper thing, I'm afraid. We need to do the proper thing. Oh, I see what's happened. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it. You think I don't, but I do. That's just how it works. And now we try it. Oh, yeah.
You wrote down some words, and I'll never forget them. I love them all, even if I don't get them.
Acolyte Poetry Corner, my gosh, which of course means... let's get a little bit of smooth jazz going on here, guys. We are in this brand new location, but it's the same old jazz club, same old poetry corner. It's that time again when we open the doors. Is this too loud? Is this maybe too loud? We'll just bring it down. We'll bring it down a touch. Bring it down a shade. We're going to read some poetry now, guys, that can only be described as skibbity-bop-bop-bop-doo-doo-doo, ribbity-bop-bop-ooh. This week the prompt word was New York, and 3 wonderful poets wanted to share their words with us. So we're going to get to it? We're going to get to it, yeah. We're going to get to it. Who have we got first? First up we've got Juice Dota. Yeah. Uncle Town forgot to do a poem. That's fine, baby. You just do it for next time. Nice and chilled. Yeah, nice and chilled. Juice Dota. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to turn off this micro. We're going to turn on to this one. Oh, yeah. Juice Dota. Here we go. I hear it has large apples. What's so special about big fruit? I hear it never sleeps. That sounds terrible. I love sleep. I hear it repeats itself. I heard it the first time, pal. I hear it's frisky. Just stop it, copper. I hear Seattle has shed its wretched refuse. Whom for? Not me. Ouch.
Wow. Wow. Juice Dota, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Juice. That was wonderful. We've got a... yeah, Roblets. Wow. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. There's some... taking into account the many nicknames of New York, and just kind of addressing them one by one. A nice list. A lot of great poems are really just bullet points, and I like that a lot. There is an element, I think, of worry that I have, that with that last line, you are calling me Seattle's wretched refuse. You're saying that Seattle has dumped me on New York. I don't like that. That seems mean and untrue and just really mean. I don't know if I'm being overly sensitive there, but it's... that's really what you think, then that's a real shame. That's a real shame. But thanks anyway for the poetry. That frog sums up how I feel. Thank you, I assume Uncle Town. There he is, yeah. The finest purveyor of frogs in the weakling cupboard. Next up we got TB Douglas. Let's see what TB has to say.
An ode to the Reuben. The king of sandwiches, my taste of New York, mixing vibrant flavors, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and ample beef, parentheses not pork. I tuck in and feel soothed. No time for a fork. It's a joyful mess. I don't care that some may gawk. The finish leaves me full, but somehow wanting more. New York in a sandwich, a city I adore.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Eating with your hands. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Juice Dota, I'm just upset you left. The anger is misdirected. That's great. That's great. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't want to be needy, you know, I'm not a needy person. I just would very much like to know. So that's great to have that cleared up. But TB, that was fantastic. I haven't had a Reuben before. But I like Swiss cheese. I like ample pork. Sauerkraut. I'm not sure I'm particularly familiar with it, but I'd love to give it a go. And what you've done is you've given me that excuse. And a lot of time, great art will give you that excuse. Yeah? Until I saw Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I'd never eaten a ginormous bowl of cereal before. So these things just inspire you to just really go for it, yeah? Thank you, TB. Killer Kilcher's hungry. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not Duda. Made my mouth water. Wonderful. Wonderful. The girls, both of the Kilchers are hungry. Everyone's hungry, TB. And that's a thing that you did with your art. Thank you so, so much. And I love the pork rhyme. That was probably my favourite. And we're finishing up tonight. We're finishing up well. We've only got a few seconds of the... oh no, we've got a couple of minutes. Oh, we're doing well. Nice. Finishing up this Acolyte Poetry Corner with SJ Beck 72. SJ Beck 72 with a little poem that SJ likes to call New York Conversation. Let's see what we do.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's give ourselves a little bit more time with that. That's fine. Here we go. New York Conversation by SJ Beck 72. Here we go. My genuine question to a man on the street. Made him smile and hold out his hands. He seemed to be miming, playing piano. Maybe he'd performed in rock bands. How do I get to Carnegie Hall? I had asked. His silence was becoming embarrassing. He finally responded with a grin on his face. You've just got to keep right on practicing. Woo! Ah, yeah. Yeah. SJ Beck 72. SJ Beck 72. Love that, love that, love that. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Because what SJ has done here. Everyone's loving the SJ. Everyone's loving the SJ. TB, applause. Juice Dota, applause. Monkey Pixie Funk, applause. Definitely Not Duda, applause. You Girl Sarah Kilch, applause. Uncle Town, just write and clap. Nana Hobbob, just write and snap. You're creating art out of how I'm talking about the responses to that art. That's art. Fabulous stuff. Fabulous stuff. Because what SJ's done is he has, or she, they, let's not get bogged down on pronouns, guys. It's just a person. It's just a poet. That's the gender. Said, hey, how do you get to Carnegie Hall directions-wise? And this other person has taken it to say, I'm a performer and I would love to perform at Carnegie Hall. How do I make that happen? And the tension, the humour, the drama of that poem comes from that playing with language. I love it. I love it. SJBX72, thanks guys. You deserve it. You deserve all the plaudits, SJ. You deserve all the plaudits. And obviously, I again, you want to talk about being inspired? You want to talk about being inspired? I was so inspired by this poem that I just went to Carnegie Hall. I went there. It's all closed. It's COVID. You're not going to get a performance now. But I went to Carnegie Hall because I was interested. And obviously, whilst I understand that it's not quite in the spirit of the poem, but it is on 7th Avenue between 56th and 57th Street. The nearest subway stop is Bay Ridge and 95th Street. So that is how you'd get to Carnegie Hall. Thank you so much, SJ, for your words, for your talent, for your ability. And thank you all of you poets for your words. And there we go. Well done to everyone. A big round of applause, or a snapping of the fingers rather, as this is a poetry club after all. What a dynamic round of APC. If you want to get involved with the next Acolyte Poetry Corner, and I'm looking at you, Uncool Town, I'm looking at you, baby. You can, you shouldn't, by God you must. All you need to do is write a poem, any poem, based on the word Easter. Yeah, in 2 weeks it's Easter. How crazy is time? Interpret the prompt word as creatively as you like, write some poetry, and email it to me at iamnotme@gmail.com and be part of this way cool corner. Yeah. Maybe we should have a different colour for Acolyte Poetry Corner. Maybe that would work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll work that out for next time. But thank you to every one of the poets. Thank you. Lovely. That worked quite... How did it work with the other microphone? How did it work with the other microphone? Was I too loud? Was I just thought I'd give it a try. Let me know how it went. Whew, wonderful. Gosh, what a snappy episode this has been. Not just because of the snaps on the thing, but it's only 10:02. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is like a bit driven. Okay. I mean, I am driven as a person. That's kind of a thing about me, but okay, that's good. It was great. Okay, good. Thank you, definitely. So this has obviously been a pretty New York-centric episode, for sure. I have travelled to New York, and I have enjoyed it massively. Travelling to New York. The exciting thing, guys, is that with the vaccine rollout across the world, travel is becoming more and more of an option for people. Yeah? That's thrilling. That's thrilling that very soon the four walls of our homes will not be able to hold us in anymore. We'll be able to push out. There's the frog. One more. That's the last one. Yeah? That's the last one? Okay, that's the last one. Goodbye to the frogs. I mean, the frog's not going to upstage me. Okay? Travel is going to become more and more of a thing, which is very, very exciting. Because when you do travel to new and exciting places, guys, you're going to find art. That's inevitable. Art is everywhere, as I have explained time and again. To celebrate that, I want to show you the first episode of what will hopefully become a very rich and involved series about the art that you find in hotels, in hostels, and in... Whoa! Killer Kilch! What a flippin' genius. Thank you so much. That's very exciting. Oh, a Nana Hobob redeemed writer haiku for Haikus Day. I'm walking here. Yeah, done. I'm walking here. That's good. I said it for Tuesday because it's too tricky to do it during the show, I've realised. I'm walking here. Consider it done. See that on Tuesday. Oh, and Killer Kilch. That's an emote that I made. I made an emote. I made an emote that is available to all subscribers. That is art. So if you see something that is art, you can say that is art now. All the subscribers can. Oh, yes. That's wonderful. That's just... This is art, isn't it, guys? And it's the right purple and everything. We can't do it, says the Roblets. Is it not your subscriber? Oh, look at all of this. That is just spectacular. That is just spectacular. Thank you, guys. So this is going to be a brand new series about the art that you find in hotels and hostels and Airbnbs. I filmed this back in Washington, so this is a little bit old, and I've had it in the back pocket for a while, and I think now is the perfect time to unleash it. So please enjoy, ladies and Jeedle-flaps, episode 1 of Travel Art. This is a world premiere. I am Notme, I am Art, and I am currently on holiday here at this Airbnb property on Whidbey Island in Washington State. But does the fact that I am on holiday mean that I stop working? Absolutely not. I shall be using my time here, naturellement, to take an in-depth look at some of the artworks that I find. This is travel art. Colour blending here is very bold, almost pop art-esque, and the eyes full of sorrow because the pig is trapped behind some very vicious looking barbed wire. But wait, what's this? What's this in the background? Fence posts with no wire? The pig has only the appearance of being trapped, only the appearance of being victimized, which means that this pig represents the police. People these days may complain that the police are under too much scrutiny, too much criticism, barbed wire. But in reality, those pigs can run off and do whatever they want in the beautiful field behind. What makes this interpretation even more impressive is if we look down here into the corner, we see that the artist created this work in 1980, a full 40 years before the defund the police movement really hit its heyday. Premonitionative. We find ourselves in a world of very exaggerated, very confident, very bold brushstrokes here, which are really aiding and abetting the very angry and frustrated expression on this chicken's face. It is not a happy chicken, not a philosophical chicken, but instead an angry and frustrated chicken. And why is it so angry and frustrated? It's because of where it is. Yeah, it's because of where this chicken is. Look at this background. It's white. It is shapeless. It is formless. It is a void. It is purgatory. It is nowhere. And so what this painting is telling you is be brave. Be brave. Because you'll get nowhere being a chicken. You will get nowhere being a chicken. And that'll make you feel pretty angry and frustrated. You chicken. Oh, I'm sorry. Does all art have to be painted on a canvas, in a frame? Absolutely not. Check out this three-dimensional work of art. It is a bunch of sticks bound and fanned to create this beautiful whirl of nature. It's very simple. It's very rustic. It's very pagan. The cyclical nature of it could refer to the cycle of life and death, but the context of it being placed above the bed means that in fact this art refers to the cycle of wake and sleep. Wake and sleep. Awake and asleep. It is a call to all of those pagan and Wiccan gods and goddesses and nymphs and wood spirits to watch over the person in bed, to guarantee them a blissful night of slumber. And does it work? Not really. Around 2 a.m. last night, God, it sounds weird to say it out loud, but I'm really convinced that I heard this crying. Get off! And so there we go. 3 outstanding works of art and 3 outstanding analyses from this Airbnb property on Whidbey Island in Washington State. Next time you travel, keep your eyes peeled for some travel art. You could even take a picture of it, email it to me, and I'd be happy to critique it for you. But which art will my travels take me to next? I don't know. There we go. There we go. Wasn't that lovely? Wasn't that wonderful? Killer Culture right to point out that is the chicken house. We did have an art bet there as well. See, just using my travelling to create all kinds of art. All kinds of art. Uncle Tan, you like chickens? You'd have flippin' loved that house, baby. It was chock full of them. It was like 16 or something ridiculous. Anyway. Here we go. Nice Airbnb. It was a nice Airbnb. Top-notch art criticism. Thanks, Juice. Thanks, Juice. Let's be friends again. I feel like we fell out, and I don't like that. That's an uncomfortable feeling for me. So we've got the family simile results, but I think... Wait, no. Oh, we can do it, can't we? We can do it. So I can just do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do that. Yeah, okay, so that did work. That's good. So we've got the family simile winner. Last little bit of business of the show. What have we got? We've got some great ones this week. Great ones. The Roblets, as New Yorkie as the Statue of Liberty eating a big apple. That's wonderful. That is a combination of 2 incredible New Yorkie things to create another one. Kind of what I was going with the Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman thing. And when you think about it, Rhea Perlman, lady, Statue of Liberty, Danny DeVito, kind of shaped like an apple. So that we're kind of on the same wavelength in that respect, the Roblets, and I really like that. Zaddy Shortlegs 96 is New Yorkie as Sbarro's Pizza, the only authentic New York slice. I haven't had a Sbarro's yet. I've had a lot named for particularly Italian-sounding chaps. Mario, Sal. I haven't had a Luigi yet, which I would quite like to try. And then, Toad and Peach also. But I will give Sbarro's a try. I don't like the S and the B right next to each other. It just doesn't feel right in my mouth. Hopefully the pizza doesn't suffer from the same malady. Definitely not Duda as New Yorkie as no one telling you life is going to be this way. That's a Friends reference, definitely not Duda. Oh, and I like that a lot. I do feel like and this may be something that's going to come up later on in the year, I do feel like living in New York now, I have a deeper understanding of Friends as a sitcom. There were certain levels that I wasn't quite getting, but now I definitely am. But that's great. I like that. Juice Dota's New Yorkie as sirens. Oh, no. Sirens interrupting the recording of your live variety show from your apartment. That's wonderful for a reason I'll get into in a second. Monkey Pixie Funk as New Yorkie as the Ghostbusters fighting the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man whilst munching on bagels filled with Manhattan clam chowder, cheesecake, and pretzels. Was going to give it to you, Monkey Pixie Funk. But whilst I appreciate what you were going for, but bagels filled with Manhattan clam chowder, cheesecake, and pretzels would taste disgusting. So we're not going for that. We're not going for that one. We are, in fact, going for Killer Kilch as New Yorkie as police sirens during a Notme show. What I liked about this one is that this one was so good and appropriate because I'm at the front of my building now. I'm only one floor up. Americans say second floor. Europeans certainly would say first floor. I don't know about the rest of the world. And the windows in this, because it's such a gritty flat, the windows have the noise cancelling ability of cellophane, the kind of paper that you get bagels in or whatever. It's very, very poor noise cancelling, so I'm going to be looking into trying to get that. But until I do, you might get a little bit of siren, a little bit of outside noise, a little bit of that same bewildered man that we mentioned earlier going back to town on that tree. But what I like about this is that it was so good that it inspired Juice Dota to say the exact same thing just a few minutes later. Art is all about imitation. Art is all about inspiration. And by inspiring an imitator, you get the W, Killer. You get the W. Bang. There it is. Killer Kilch. You'll be on the ticker for the next show. Bad luck, Monkey Pixie Funk. Yeah, that's a shame. It's a shame. It was going really well, and then it just didn't go very well. Home art for next episode. Gosh, you've got a lot ahead of you guys. A lot ahead of you. For the next episode, you could complete a Snap Quest. It's the triumphant return of Snap Quest after what will it be, 9 weeks or something cray like that. Take a picture. The only inspiration you're getting is the number 3. That's it. That's it. Oh, I have an ad. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, yeah, in a second. So complete the Snap Quest. Your inspiration is the number 3. That's your prompt. That's your stimulus. Interpret that however you wish. And email me at iamnotmeimart@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Your dozen pictures from before were absolutely top notch, and I think 3 is going to be even better. Number 2, send me pictures of your soiled tissues. Thank you so much to the people who have already sent me some soiled tissues. They have been really soiled, and that's great. That's really, really great. But there can always be more. And feel free, if you have already send me some more. Don't feel afraid. Don't feel afraid. I've got loads of them. Do I have any on me? Bang. Right there. Just in my pocket. I'm going to take a picture of this. That's kitchen roll. That's when you know you're kind of desperate. That's kitchen roll. Creative vision of Notme. Although I've realised that if you guys aren't going to do the visions of Notme, which you haven't done for some time now, I'm just going to do one myself. I might do one myself. I don't even care. Doing self-portraits is egotistical. Don't care. But you should do them as well. Number 4, tell me what is art. We're going to be doing one of those in a second because somebody redeemed that. Was it maybe Maple Panda? Oh yeah, the Haikus Day. There was a Maple Panda something. Yes, Maple Panda redeemed a what is art. We'll do that in a second. And then get your guys' ones in. Tell me what is art. Okay, tell me what is art. Art is art. I'm going to need you a little bit more in depth than that, a little bit more specific, Uncool Town, but I appreciate you getting involved. And then watch I Am Smart, number 5. Watch I Am Smart on Tuesday. We've got a brand new format. It's tighter, it's leaner, it's muscular, it's compact. It's like a vacuum-packed version of the previous show. The people who watched on this Tuesday just gone flippin' loved it. They flippin' loved it. They lost their flippin' minds for it. And I think you will as well. So, yeah, Tuesday, I Am Smart, the Notme quiz. Get it washed. We're going back to main. We're doing a That Is Art to finish off. What a wonderful way to finish off. Thank you, Maple Panda. I don't think I've done this one yet, because I think I've been pretty good at highlighting the ones that I've already done. Be quiet with the traffic noise. So we're going to do this one and hopefully it works out all right. Okay? Here we go. When you kind of want to read a book, but kind of don't, and then you see that it already has a movie adaptation.
That is art.
Yeah, baby, that is art. We got it in and it worked and it was great. It was great. What time is the quiz? The quiz is 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. At the moment, is it, when do the clocks go back for Europe this today? Was it today? No, I think you still got a little bit of time. I think you've still got until next Sunday. So if it's next Sunday, that is art. Absolutely, yes. That is the perfect emote for this particular moment. That's great. Yes, next Sunday. Okay, so then it will be 1 a.m. UK time. So if any UK people are awake at 1 a.m, we had a little bit from Stuart Seaton. He popped up because he was giving a feed to the firstborn weakling Zach. So he watched a little bit of it and it was great. So yeah. NanoHobbob is still looking for his mind after the last quiz. That's what we're dealing with here, guys. That's what we're dealing with. Oh, that felt like a really good episode, guys. That felt a really good episode. A marvelous episode. A huge thank you to all of you for watching, for engaging, for making it, I think, the very best episode that I have ever created. That was nice. It was lean. Really, really good. I can't wait for another amazing episode with you all. Next Sunday. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am art. I am not me. I am art. And I'm wishing you a very happy, a very New Yorkie, I'm standing here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, bagel. Reuben sandwich. And a very creative week ahead. All the best. Cheers. George, my friend, I want a Reuben sandwich. I don't know what's in one either. Just go on Grubhub, for God's sake.
What a great show we all made just now. It was creative, live and divine. You did wonderful work, so go and take a bow. Just a slightly smaller bow than mine. So I'll see you right here next week, same time. What will happen? Gosh, I just don't know. But I can promise you this, I'm going to blow your mind next week on the Most Week Show.